Hi, friends. It's Pastor Harley from the Broadway Global Methodist Church. Today, we've been reading through the Bible together as a church. We would be in 1 Samuel in chapter 18. Well, there's a story about David after he had come from great victories against the Philistines. He is not yet king. Saul, the first king of Israel, is still king, and this is what has come about. Verse 6 says, "As they were coming home, when David returned from striking down the Philistine, the women came out of all the cities of Israel singing and dancing to meet King Saul, with tambourines, with songs of joy, and with musical instruments. So far, so good. And the women sang to one another as they celebrated, 'Saul has struck down his thousands, and David his 10,000s.' And Saul was very angry, and the saying displeased him. And he said, 'They have ascribed to David 10,000s, and to me they have ascribed only thousands. What more can he have but the kingdom?' And Saul eyed David from that day on." With just these few short verses, we understand that Saul began to look upon David with envy and with jealousy. David had won great victories for the Lord, victories for Saul, and the Bible account will show that Saul had nothing to fear from David. David was loyal to him. David knew that his destiny was in God's hand. He was not going to reach out and grasp, like to get rid of the current king so that he could reign there, because he was going to let God do the work of setting him on the throne. That if God wanted to exalt David, that was God's business, and he would be there for that to happen. But he wasn't going to grasp for himself what only God could give. And so, but Saul works as the opposite of that. He sees success, he sees acclaim and fame, and he views it as a threat. Actually, all the power on earth is God's. That which lifts up and that which takes down is God's. The lesson from David's life is he relies on God to lift up and to cast down. And Saul will only try to work with himself, to connive, to look, to calculate, and to keep himself in a strong position. His way ends in disaster. David's ends in exaltation. Trust God to lift you as high as you need to be today. Amen.